back then, you FM legends. We're back at it. We are Como, and we continue our career here in this beautiful city by the lake. Look at that stadium, absolutely fantastic. And just to remind a few legends out there, this is going to be our second season in Serie A, but right behind me is where we finished last season, 6th place in our first season. Can't believe we achieved it. What a fantastic opportunity for us to play in Europe this year and see if we can push on. It's going to be difficult to try and finish this high up the table again, but I'm hoping I've done a good bit of business to continue this club growing. Let's take a look. So our first signing then, Daniel Maldini, free transfer. We're going to train him to play on that right hand side for us, back up to Dennis Jangar. Free transfer number 2, Liam Kemp. Free signing picked up from Boston, I believe. Look how good he looks. 18 years old, we're going to bang him out on loan. I'm sure this lad's going to develop well. Roberto Piccoli picked up on a free transfer. Did have an option to buy him last year when he was on loan, but there's no point activating that clause when we can just let his contract run out and pick him up on a free. Ryan Sessegnon coming in to improve our left hand side. Bargain free transfer. He will really improve the squad, I'm sure. Dominik Jankovic, Bulgarian, coming in on a free transfer as well, only on 15 grand a week, and he will definitely improve squad rotation in those shadow striker positions. Felipe Relvas, picked up from Portimonense in Portugal, £4.8 million, good squad player, could even push to be our starting centre half, 6'4", 24 years old, definitely going to make profit on this lad, bargain at 4.8 million. Jadon Oosterwolde, happy with this lad as well. He's cost me £5.5 million, but he will be coming in as a left back for us, but can also play centre half. Stefano Turati, he became available. We did have quite a lot of money in our budget. I didn't really think there was much more I could do to improve the squad this summer, but for £20 million we've brought in this brilliant goalkeeper, 22 years old, and I'm sure he will improve over time. Going to be a world class goalkeeper. Tommaso Baldanzi, he's the one who I'm most excited about, really. I really think this lad's going to push on and do really well for us. I've signed him as a shadow striker. He's cost me £4.7 million, Italian, 21 years old. Loads of potential, this lad. Really, really excited to see what he can do. So here's a list of outgoings. I'll fire through them quickly. So the young lad at the top there, he's gone for 600,000 to 1.6 million. They have to pay it as part of compensation. It doesn't look that good anyway. I'm not really that bothered. Alberto Seri, he's not going to play for us. He's like our third choice striker. He's on about 30 grand a week. Wasn't one I signed anyway. He was coming in on the old regime. He's gone out on loan. We've only got 76 grand for him, but they are paying his wages. Enrico Seligin, he's gone for 100 grand. Never really played for us. Liam Kemp went straight out on loan to Austria. Andrea Cagano, contract was running out. They've paid 125 grand for him and they've got an option to buy. Mitchell, we just bought in Maldini. Didn't really think he was pushing on or developing for us as I thought he would. He's gone for £2 million, rising to 2.5. Liam Kerrigan's left, not really good enough for us. Picked up 300 grand for him. And Salini, who was our backup centre half, he's got us 20k. So a very positive pre-season then, completely unbeaten throughout. Starting off with a 4-2 win at home to Rennes. Then we played Sturm Graz at home, beat them 7-1. Then we took on Rapid Vienna, beat them 3-1. 4-1 against Banik Ostrava, 3-0 against Girona, 4-1 against Aris, and 6-0 against Asteras Tripolis. We jump forward now and look, we're 10 games in, and it's not looking good, I'll be honest. Could be a massive case of second season syndrome. It's just, I don't know what's going on. We started quite well, but then we've had quite a tough run of fixtures, and we need to just get our heads together, keep believing on what we're doing, and see if we can push back up that table. Might just be looking at a mid-table season finish this year. It's not been the best of starts. We've lost 5 already. We only lost 8 all season last year. So, not been the best of starts. Here's a quick look at the fixtures. We did start off really well against Parma with a 1-0 win. We won 2-0 against Verona. And then we beat Lazio 4-1 as well. And I was just absolutely buzzing. I thought we were just carrying on from where we left off last season. But then this happened. We ended up playing AC Milan, obviously a very good team, absolutely thumped us 4-1. Then we lost 1-0 to Napoli, and I was thinking, well, these are good sides, at least we're in the Napoli game. Just they scored so late on, we were just unlucky to lose. And then Juventus really kicked us in the teeth, and that was a 4-0 loss to them. Then we went to Udinese, lost 3-0 to them, when we were just absolutely garbage. We then drew 0-0 with Sampdoria. We've then lost 3-1 to Fiorentina, and we've drawn 1-1 with Sassuolo. Quickly jump to this club vision second, and as you can see at the top here, it's saying board alert, takeover in process, and they've altered the 5-year plan. Now that has been going on pretty much throughout pre-season and now, and it seems to be a talk of an internal takeover, and then it comes through saying our chairman rubbishes the talks. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but that does seem to be continuing. The one thing that hasn't phased us though has been our form in the Europa League. We've been absolutely brilliant in that, just have been in really bad form in the league. We started off with a 5-1 win in our first ever European game away at Lyon. Fantastic result. Then we played Rijeka, the Croatian team, I believe. We beat them 4-2. Then we played Nice at home and we beat them 4-0. Absolutely flying start. And we've jumped forward now to the 23rd of February. We've now played 26 games and we are 7th. We have completely bounced back. I was not expecting this. I thought we were in for it this year. Didn't really think we could turn this around, but didn't think we were in relegation trouble. I thought we'd be safe from that. But in the end, as good as Tarati is, and he looks a very good goalkeeper, I reverted back to Ramirez, who's just been in fantastic form for us, and really went back to where we started with Ramon at right back and Cernico at left back, and put faith in the lads at the back that were used to use it. Even though some of the other lads look better statistically, it just sometimes takes time for people to bed in. One person hasn't taken long to bed in is Ryan Sessegnon. As you can see there, he's top of the assists. He's got 10 so far this season already. Also performing really well in the average ratings. He's second in that. And Egon Sadiku is also doing very well in third place in the average ratings. And we've really started to kick on. Now, we've only lost another 3 games since we last spoke on our form in the league. And as you can see there, they're the 8 games we've lost. We've lost to some good teams, and then also a couple of 1-0 losses to the likes of Verona and Bologna. We've only had 6 draws, which is a lot better from last season. We've sorted out the draw situation. We had so many draws last year. So only drawn 6, with some good results, with 2 all draws against Napoli, 1-1 against AC Milan, a 3-3 with Inter Milan. Very, very good results against those big sides. And then we've picked up our 12 wins. And that's been brilliant. As you can see there, look at that. 6-5 win over Lazio, 5-1 win over Torino, 4-0 win over Roma, 4-1 win over Lazio, 2-1 win over Juventus. Doing really well, kicking on beautifully. And we're not doing bad in the Coppa Italia either. We've won our first 2 games in that. Beating Udinese after extra time 2-1, and also beating AS Roma 1-0 with Louis Openda goal. That puts us into the semi-final against Juventus. And our Europa League form continued to be absolutely fantastic. We beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-0, Baldanzi hat-trick. Baldanzi then scored another hat-trick against Maccabi Tel Aviv. We played this Polish side, I believe, Rakow, who were bottom of the league, I think, or there and thereabouts. I B-teamed it, only left a few of the first teamers in, and we won 4-1, and Roberto Piccoli scored all 4 of those. We then beat Bodo Glimt 3-0, obviously they're a very good side, so very pleased with that. And then we were already through, and I think the lads just switched off. We ended up getting beat 1-0 by PSV. And that takes us into the knockout rounds against Leverkusen. And we continued our run in the Europa League, getting a 0-0 draw away against Leverkusen, and then getting a 1-1 draw at home and beating them on penalties. We then played Sporting Lisbon in the quarter-final, and we were 1-0 down in the first leg. Didn't play bad, but unfortunately couldn't do enough to pull a goal back. And in the second leg, we did score a late goal with Piccoli, and that took that to penalties, and we also did very well. Ramirez saving a few for us, and that sent us through once again to the semi-finals, where we faced PSV again, who have been the only team to beat us this year in the Europa League. We faced them again. I don't think the side looks that good, but we do struggle against them, and as you can see here, in the first leg we lost 3-1 to PSV. They were brilliant at home, and we just obviously weren't at our best. Hoping we could do enough in the second leg. and unfortunately we couldn't. Played really well in this game, so many chances. I don't honestly believe we've got about 4 goals literally ruled out for offside. So unlucky, played really well but could only do enough to get a draw in that game, and obviously that's seen us knocked out of the Europa League. But to reach the semi-final in our first European campaign, that is absolutely brilliant. We've got to be proud of what we've achieved this season, and hopefully in future we can kick on and maybe win the competition. But we might not need to win the competition because we could be playing Champions League football next year. Because look at this, we're now on the 14th of May, 35 games in, we've got 3 games left to play, and we are currently sitting 3rd in the table. Our form has continued. As you can see, Louis Openda has been scoring goals for fun. He's got 25 goals this season, and he's right up there with Raspadori of Napoli, who are 2nd in the table. Sessegnon and Gengar up there with the assists, only trailing Kvaratskhelia of Napoli. But at the best 3 players in the league so far this season, by their average rating, is Baldanzi, Dennis Gengar and Eopedin. Baldanzi's also received 7 man of the matches this year, and in terms of yellow cards, we've got no one in the top 3 of the naughty list. And to be honest, I think our toughest period was probably February here, where we had AC Milan, Juventus, Napoli and Udinese all in a row, and they're all very good sides and right up there, and we were unbeaten in those games. 1-1 draw with AC Milan, 2-1 with Juventus, 2-2 with Napoli and 0-0 with Udinese. We then played Sampdoria, beat them 3-1, Fiorentina 2-2, 2-1 against Lecce, Sassuolo we drew 2-2. We then played Roma, drew 1-1, bit disappointing because they did get 2 men sent off in that game, but they just parked the bus and we couldn't break them down. A huge 4-3 win against Inter Milan, Louis Openda and Buchmann getting 2 goals apiece, and 90 plus 5 minutes for the winner, which was beautiful. We then beat Torino 3-2. Louis Openda, Sadiku and Balzani all scoring. Salernitana 4-1. Caligari we have beaten 4-0. That leaves us with the remaining 3 games to go. Atalanta, Bologna and Benevento. Atalanta are top of the league, so that will be a tough one. Bologna are sitting in 13th in the table, so that should hopefully be okay. They've got nothing to play for. But then final game of the season, Benevento could literally be playing the last game of the season to stay up. So that could be a really tough fixture for us, even though they're right down there. Have we got enough to get Champions League football? But before we even worry about playing Champions League football, we've got something else to worry about, or something to be excited about, and that is the Coppa Italia final. We've made it. What a season we're having. Could be playing Champions League football, and we're also in the Coppa Italia final. Brilliant. Let's take a look. 2-2 draw in the first leg, away at Juventus, also down to 10 men. Massive goal in the 90 plus 4 minutes by Dominik Yankov to really keep us in the game, and Patson Daka, bloody hell, he scores against us all the time. I'm sick of him. And he did it again in the second leg, but it wasn't enough because Louis Openda was absolutely brilliant. He scored a hat-trick and saw the beautiful Como reach the final of the Coppa Italia, where we will be facing the holders, Inter Milan. So here's my lineup. Ramirez in goal, Cernicola at right back, Buchmann and Batella at centre half. Oosterwolde will come in at left back. Captain Aiden holding for us in midfield with Jangar and Sessegnon on the wings. Baldanzi, Sadiku behind Openda. And a quick look at the team sheet, a very strong Inter Milan side. They are the holders of this competition as well, but let's see if we can get this off them. 60 minutes in then, throwing down the line from Dumfries. Oosterwolde doesn't win his header and Latero's got the ball, puts it in the box, but Ramirez can claim that one quite easily. And we look to play out the back with Buchmann. Clips it down the line to Jengar, heads it down to Cernicola. He puts it down the line for Sadiku. Sadiku cuts it back to Cernicola. Cernicola fires Baldanzi, who fires it into the lead. Come on, Como. Get in there. What a start. And what a team I've got here. Beautiful football. And a great finish from Baldanzi. And what a signing he's been. £4.7 million from Empoli, I believe it was. He's been absolutely unreal for us this season. DiMarco. Got a really good crossing him. Need to make sure we stop that. Smith Rowe. And that has been deflected, but off his own man. And that has gone for a goal kick. Corner ball now. Captain Aiden. Whip one in on that left peg of his. Doesn't beat the first man. Infuriates me. I hate that. Come on, Aiden. Sessegnon. Patella. Aiden. Rides the challenge. Pops it back off to Sessegnon. Can he get the ball in the box? He can! And Sadiku has hit the post. Jenga. We're keeping it alive. Deflected shot. And interval and calm down on it. And play out at the back. So Nicola. Just retains possession really well. And goes back to the goalkeeper. Oosterwald. Patella, Aiden, Buckman, Jenga, back to Buckman, clips it down the line, Sadiku's after that, can we get the ball in the box, pops it off to Jenga, it does come in now, Sessegnon, hits it, corner ball, another great chance for Como, Aiden with the corner, and it comes, headed clear, Brozovic now, Pender's picked up the loose ball. Sessegnon's in. And his shot is well high and wide. Baldanzi. Aiden. It's all Como so far. But they've got a chance here on the break. Here comes Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe taking on his man. Buckman makes him go back though, and DiMarco forced into a long shot, and will take them all day. DiMarco goes down the line, but Sir Nicola will deal with that easily. Oosterwald runs into midfield, finds Sadiku, who pops it around the corner to Jenga. Jenga gets the ball in the box, but it's deflected. We've flicked it on. Is anyone on it? No, Bastoni's cleared. Sessegnon straight back in the box. DiMarco's headed clear. Brozovic is out. Aiden's picked up the loose ball. And we keep the ball again. Lovely in the possession we've had today. In this first half. Good pressure again. Win the ball back. Jenga dummies that one. Sir Nicola's in. Can he finish? Oh my word. Just wide of the post. What a chance. Patella. Oosterwald. Baldanzi. Sessegnon. Baldanzi. Get it in the box. Oh, corner ball. Needed one more. Didn't need that extra touch, should I say. Should have just put that in. Aiden, beat your first man this time. He doesn't. Sadiku. And half time it is. We have had just the better possession, but certainly have had the better chances. Great first half. 12 shots, 3 on target. And a 90% pass completion. Very, very pleased. Jenga's taken a knock, but I don't want to bring him off. I'm just going to see if he can cope with that, and we'll get into the second half. And we kick off. Patella to Aiden. Oosterwald. Sessegnon. Baldanzi overruns it, and Bellerin's taken that off him. Another chance for Como with a corner. We need to capitalise on these chances and get our second goal. Headed clear again. Aiden. Buckman gets his shot off, and that's another corner. In it comes. Headed clear again. And that has gone for a goal kick. Out to Bellerin. Barella. Buendia. Oosterwald takes it off him. Sessegnon. Keeps the ball, goes back to Ramirez. Look to set and keep possession in midfield. Aiden goes wide to Jenga. Sadiku, he's found some space. Can he get the ball in the box? Turns on it, pops it off. Jenga! Oh! Corner ball again. Onana. What a save that was. Headed clear. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, he's off. Pops it over the top to Emi Buendia. Loads of Inter Milan players charging forward, and Nicola has done a great challenge. I thought that was going to be a penalty there, but he kicked it off him. We've got the goal kick. Play it out again from the back. Oosterwolde. Sessegnon. Aiden. Well done, Sessegnon. Finds Sadiku. And a long shot from Openda over the bar. Bellerin. Batelli clears it. Baldanzi. Great first touch. Brings it down. Keeps possession well. Sessegnon. Aiden. Aiden just loves recycling play. Doesn't give the ball away very often. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Sessegnon. Clips it. Sadiku. Can he find his pass? There he is. Nicola. Oh my word. And it comes. Bookman! Bookman! The beast! What a player. Aiding with a great corner. Bookman on loan from Bayern Munich. I can't get him to sign. He just says he doesn't want to sign for me. But I absolutely love him. Luckily, we've got to keep him on loan again this year. And he's absolutely unbelievable player. Bellerin. Down the line, but Oosterwolde will deal with that. Back to Ramirez. Bookman. Nicola. Not a great ball from Nicola, but Sadiku will not give it up. He's on it. Get it. Oh, put it across. I was going to say one more pass. Get it in the box. And it's a tap in for Openda, but he's decided to shoot. Ramirez goes long. Doesn't do that very often. Headed clear. Baldanzi picks up the loose ball. Aiden keeps the ball well into Sadiku. Openda. Dennis Jenga. Can he put it in? Openda! It's 3! Come on now. Get in there. This is an outstanding performance from Como. Absolutely love this team. Dennis Jenga pulls it back, and Louis Openda. What a player. £7.75 million he's cost us, and he's been an absolute goal machine this year. Had a feeling he'd kick on. Bastoni. It's Guzans. Acerbi. Barella. Smith Rowe. Oh, Barella's in. Has he pulled one back? No, because Oosterwolde has made a great block. Well done, Oosterwolde. Çalhanoğlu whips it in. Headed clear by Bookman. 82 minutes now. And it's looking like Como will lift the trophy, but Nicola has decided to shoot and give him the ball away. But we've got plenty of men back to deal with that, and Bookman will keep the ball well for us, and Jengar's coming down this right hand side. Sadiku, Nicola. We'll start again. In no rush. Just keeping possession very, very well. Batelli. Oosterwolde. Baldanzi. Openda. Nicola. Finds Baldanzi. Finds Openda. Please be onside, because that is an unbelievable goal. What a bit of football that is. Absolutely beautiful. It is awarded and well deserved. All the passes we've put together there. Just all over the place. Inter Milan cannot cope with us today. The movement has been unreal. Bookman. Nicola made no changes today. These lads have played out of the skin and deserved the full 90 minutes today. And that is it. Como lift the Coppa Italia. In only our third season as manager at Como, our second season in Serie A, and we are lifting a trophy. We beat the holders into Milan. There's Captain Aiden. Up goes the trophy. Come on now. Boom. We are Como. So unfortunately we had to speak to the players. The celebrations had to stop because we needed to focus on getting Champions League football. But it's not easy to forget that Como are Coppa Italia champions. I'm absolutely buzzing, and also buzzing with this. Got a great point against league leaders Atalanta, down to 10 men as well, managed to hold on, but Captain Aiden getting the goal for us to secure the point. That was massive for us. And then we went into Bologna game. They were mid-table, hopefully nothing to play for, and that seemed to really be the case. 3-0, absolutely brilliant. Baldanzi and Louis Openda, our two main goal scorers this year, doing really, really well for us. And that is enough. That has secured Champions League football for us. There you go, we're on 67 points. Still only lost 8 games. We've drawn 10, won 19. We've got a goal difference of plus 27. Louis Openda's still up there. He's on 26 goals, right up there with Raspadori. Still got the 3 best players in the league in Baldanzi, Aiden and Sadiku. Dennis Jengar and Sessignon doing well in assists. And Baldanzi still up there in the player of the matches. I was right in my thinking. Benevento are in that relegation scrap. They do need to win to stand a chance of staying up, and it would be on goal difference, and there's only 1 goal in it between them and Caligari, so we need to just make sure we do our job because this is going to be difficult. We don't really need to win this, but I think it would be great to go out on a high, so let's jump straight into it. So we do have a few out. Batella's out injured, Relvas is out injured, Sessignon's out injured, Maldini is not back yet, and Sadiku is suspended. So the changes that will happen is Alex Blanco will come in on the left hand side and Dominic Yankov will come in to replace Sadiku. And also Pablo Ramon is going to do his job at centre half next to Bookman. We've kicked off. Bastina gives it straight to Jengar. And we've won a throw-in. Oosterwolde, Alex Blanco, back to Oosterwolde. Can he get it in the box? He charges in himself, takes a shot, it's deflecting. Sonny Cole has picked up the loose ball though, but they've managed to clear it. Throws it down the line straight to Aiden. He switches it all the way back to the keeper and we start again. Oosterwolde keeps the ball and goes back to Ramon. Into Aiden, back to Oosterwolde. Down the line to Blanco. He's dilly-dallied on the ball and got caught out on it. Aiden picks it up. Openda. Sir Nicola. Running it down this right-hand side. Get the ball in the box. He has. Louis Openda's up. Jengar's up. And we've clipped to the top of the bar. Napoli have taken the lead in their game. And they're now top of the league. Aiden with the free kick, bends it, but only enough to hit the side netting. Just what a season we've had. I can't believe how good we've been. It's such a difficult start after 10 games. I thought what was going to happen. We could really have second season syndrome and struggle here. But we've turned it around. Blanco puts it down the line to Baldanzi. Baldanzi trying to get across in the box. Can't find his man, but finds Blanco. Headed off the line. Sir Nicola heads it straight into Palani's arms. It's half time. Had most of the possession, but not enough to put us in the lead. The lads might already be on holiday, celebrating after securing Champions League football and winning the Coppa Italia. Don't expect much better than that in your second season in Serie A. Spendi and Cortinovis come on for us. See if we can mix it up a bit. Don't have as much to choose from today. Last chance then. Openda puts it in the box, but no one's there and it runs out wide to Blanco. Back to Oosterwolde. He puts it in the box, headed clear by Benevento, centre half, and D'Alessandro is running with it down this left hand side. Can he do enough? Fortunately not. Bookman looked very comfortable with it around the back, and Ramon clips it wide to Blanco. pops it off. Cortinovis goes wide. Jengar, he pops it off to Sir Nicola. Sir Nicola finds Ustaval, finds Openda, finds Cortinovis. Blanco. Great football. Unfortunately, it is, well, fortunate for us, it's 3 points on the board, but it looks like Benevento will be relegated now. Cortinovis didn't quite get his shot off, but it fell straight to Alex Blanco, and he has won the game for us. We've got one more chance. Can Captain Aiden really seal it? Finish off the season well with a swirling free kick in the top corner. He can. A up Aiden. I absolutely love him. My favourite player on FM23. Absolutely love him. 190 grand we signed him for. So there we go. 2 late goals, and that's 3 points for Como. That concludes the season then. We have finished 3rd in Serie A. We're Coppa Italia champions. We got 70 points this year. We scored 78 goals. We conceded 49. A goal difference of 29. Only lost 8 games all season. Drawn 10. Won 20 out of our 38 games. And that sees us playing Champions League football next season. I'm buzzing. I hope you are. I'll see you all in our next episode where we will be playing Champions League football. We are Como.